Hello everyone, and in this video I wanted to check out the new deathmatch mode. They added it recently to a portal. Fortunately we have BBC versus BF3, we have no Battlefield 2042 weapon progressions, we can't green camo or chief camo anyway, at least we can gain experience. And I already played this mode before, I played for an hour or so. Unfortunately I played it for Battlefield 3 side, I didn't had a chance to check out the BBC side. And my first impressions were that BBC has lower chance of winning because of the random spray in BBC is more random, it's harder to control than in BF3. In both games it's present, but in BBC, as I said, it's more stronger one and weirder one as well. And the first match I was able to join to was almost halfway through, not a problem there. Still have a few things to speak about, such as I'm certain the BF3 here and BBC2 are not the vanilla settings, they are somewhat tweaked. For example, the spray in BBC2 was extremely random, probably they looked into it and they changed a little bit. I'm not certain the portal has this option, but I'm almost certain. And I think they kept our mechanics from 2042, such as squad revive and being able to change your attachment on the go. And the weird thing here is if you attack the foregrave on assault rifle, the recoil becomes really easy to control, very arcade-like, and it's there. The first thing you notice when you join this mode for the first time is optimization. It's great due to limited player count and the maps are smaller. Here I managed to deal with the engineer, fortunately. I mean, in this close distance QC they are pretty powerful. And here you can see a little demonstration of the recoil. I know it's not the ideal way of showing it, I mean it's like a very short distance, but I hope it gives you kind of an idea. I'm sure it does. Nonetheless, we have another thing to notice is the fact there is no 3D spotting in here, so you can't spot enemy foes. So I think it's for the best, since like 3D spotting in a deathmatch could be kind of unbalanced, since it feels like UAV all the time. You are spotted while you're shooting, you are spotted by other players, you're spotted by motion sensors, so let's get rid of at least one of the spotting things, let's say so. And unfortunately I managed to deal with the two players, they were distracted and my laser beam weapon works every time. I tried to ambush another dude, but the round unfortunately ended and we joined the next one. I'm sorry guys if you see any stutters, because I had some issues with the drivers, and I'm happy to say they are no longer there. They vanished by their own, so sorry. Another thing I wanted to mention, that by adding new mechanics from 2042, this mode here feels fresh and familiar in the same time, so I think it's kinda great. Another thing that I wanted to mention, that CQC close quarter combat never was the Battlefield series main focus. So unfortunately, for example, like COD or other games that are specialized on such combat are doing it better. It's okay. This mode here could be fun. It can give you like new emotions. It can spice things up. And when I was killed by a sniper, I wanted to mention the snipers in the Battlefield series as whole. So first of all, in Battlefield 2042 we have vehicle balance problem. They are extremely OP with some, even now with some nerfs. The situation, like the problem is being solved, but it's still there, still persistent, it can be really annoying. And it helped like players being distracted by the problem that's been in 2042 in Battlefield series for years now. And this problem I think were snipers. So the sniper was always the most efficient infantry, and it makes sense. We have large distance, open maps and all that stuff, and difference between heights. It all makes snipers more efficient, more useful, etc. And the problem was that the infantry didn't have and doesn't have a lot of ways of dealing with snipers. And most of all, I think it's due to the random spray we had in BF1 and previous games. Battlefield 5 we didn't have such a thing, and 2042 again reintroduces the random spray. I'm not sure it's a proper term, but what I mean by random spray is when you're ADSing, like aiming like here, bullets not always go in the red dot, sometimes they randomly go in a different directions. You can't, I think, understand where and why, they're completely random. It's been reduced, random spray has been reduced recently, but it's still there, and it's extremely impactful when it comes to engaging snipers, because when you engage in a sniper, usually there is this large distance, so long distances and random spray aren't the best combo you can find there. Another thing I wanted to mention is BBC2 and BF3 have completely different class system, and it can bring something in deathmatch. What I mean by that something, it could be disbalance. Because the assault class in BF3, the main class people use because it has assault rifles, has as well medpack and defibrillator. Yes, it can heal you up, it creates its own impact, but it's not that big of an issue. The issue here is defibrillator, because you can revive. By that you can save you tickets, and I think it's added up by the end of the round, and you can win due to people reviving you once in a while. BBC, on the contrary, assault class has ammo, and usually in deathmatch ammo is not that issue, you die too often and too fast, or you can, unless you can like find a few ammo pouches from a dead enemy, you can pick up other weapons. It can be dealt with on the go, so not that's an issue. And the BBC2 have medics, of course, but is a class like the role was attributed to support class that has machine guns, and machine gun is not for everybody, I suppose. There are people who enjoy them, of course, me as well, but not everybody. And I think it's a good moment to mention my first impressions of 2042. I mean, 2042 had a bunch of critics, a lot of people really hate it, and I kind of understand why, and I wanted to share with you this experience because I had a completely different experience. I always enjoyed Conquest mode, I suppose you know what it means, and I played for a week or two, maybe even 3 weeks, in 2042 Conquest only. And I think in Conquest game feels more balanced, more optimized, it works better, summarizing. And that's why, and I'm afraid a lot of people tried Breakthrough, because once my friend joined me, because he didn't want to pre-order the game, and asked me to play Breakthrough with him, I saw no issue there. By playing Breakthrough, I realized this game has a bunch of problems. And in Breakthrough, the issues are more persistent, the performance are worse, the bullet registration are worse, and it bugs out more often. The vehicle balance is worse than you can ever imagine. Like before, the boats were nerfed. They were obliterating and destroying the whole team. It was a mess. It still was playable and enjoyable, I'm afraid, but it was a mess. And yeah, I mentioned a bunch of problems this game has, excuse me. And another thing I wanted to say is that, yeah, problems are there, and I can't stop playing though. I mean, I'm not sure what's wrong with this game, because it creates this addiction to it. I kinda in a love and hate relationship with this game, and I hope it will be fixed sooner or later. And it has a bunch of potential, and I hope the DICE LA or whatever is developing it now will bring this game to a point it's enjoyable for everyone, or at least most of the player base. That being said, guys, thank you for watching this video. Battlefield 2042 is a mess, but it's still enjoyable, especially for a fan like me. It can be fixed by investing in resources and like involving more people. and all that stuff. It has a lot of potential. I hope it will realize it sooner or later. And thank you guys again. I hope to see you in the next one. And if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing or like would be appreciated. And bye.